Okay, welcome to another video. So in this video, I hope you can hear me well. Give me a minute, let me touch my system up a bit. There we go. You could probably hear me better now, or they might have not even been a change. So in this video, I'll be looking at generally some things. Let me quickly check my book. Yep, we're going to be looking at operators, and we're going to be looking at some kind of operators. So I'm just going to create a new Python file. I'm going to call it op.py. Always remember to add your extension in Python to tell the computer that this is a Python file. You always want to have that .py at the end. So I hit enter and it creates my new file for me. So what are operators? Let's talk about that. So operators are just symbols. I don't really know what I should call them symbols. They are symbols that manipulate operands. Now, only God knows what I'm saying. But let's see practical example. For example, we might have a is equal to 5. Now, the operator here is the equal to sign. Sorry, the equal to sign, and the equal to sign is a or an assignment operator. So use it to manipulate the value of a so that a could become 5. That's what it is. Next, we might also have something like this. A is equal to a plus 7 or 3. Let's just say a plus 3. And some people will be like, what did he just do now? But just give me a minute, I'll show you what this code actually does. So here we have two operands, but we already know about one of them, which is the equal to sign. We have the plus sign. This plus sign is an arithmetic operator. Sorry, not operand, operator. Yes, arithmetic operator. So operators manipulate operands. For example, this is an operator, this is an operator. Sorry, this guy over here is an operator, but this is an operand, this is an operand, this is an operand, this is an operand, and by the way, it is operand. In case you don't understand the way I'm pronouncing it, this is how it's written. Okay, let me just write a and 5 are operands. Okay, sorry, I did write operands. What the hell am I writing today? Okay, there's no problem with that. I corrected that. So plus sign is an arithmetic operator, and you might be asking, what does this thing do? So let's just print it out. Let's print out a at this point. So let me just explain it before we see the result. Let's see the result first. So we got 8. How did we get 8? I don't know. What happens is that down here you said a, which is already a variable that exists. What happens is that if you say a equal to anything, this thing that wherever you get as a result from here overwrites the previous value of a. So a was 5 here before, but now it's overwritten. So now let's see what is here first. We got a. How is a equal to a plus 3 again? Now this a that is here is going to check for the previous values of a and the last value of a. You see that we declared a once here. The last value of a, which was 5, is going to be brought here. So 5 plus 3, that's how we got 8 on this. So let's continue more. So I've already introduced you into one of the arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operator. I hope I'm pronouncing it well. Arithmetic operator. Oh god, I'm even confused by just pronouncing it. So we've already talked about one of them is the plus sign. So let's look at another one, but first I'll declare like 2 variables. I'll declare a is equals to 2, b is equal to 4. So arithmetic operators, we have, let's say print, we have the, let's just print out something, a minus b. This guy here is called the subtraction operator or subtract operator. I don't really know much English. I'm a programmer. Just kidding. That doesn't give me an excuse not to know the English. So here we get -2, and we can see the subtraction operator, sorry, not operand, sorry for confusing. Operator is the symbol itself, the operand is the variables or letters or constants that is operating on. Yes, I hope that's something. So that is one of the operators. We also have print, what's the name, a, or let's use b, since b is bigger, b divided by 2, or b divided by a, sorry, that a is already 2. So this guy here will also give us a result, which we get 2.0. And if you watch my introduction to Python video, you will know why you actually had that 0.0 there. So if you don't see it, you can go down to my channel. Please like and subscribe the video first, and go down to the channel, and then you can now check out the video. So that's one of it. So these are just basic operands. We also have multiplication, which we have print a times b. Is the asterisk that is multiplication for your information. So a times b will give you 8. That's 4 times 2 will give you a, or 2 times 4 in this case. But there is one that is not really known, which is the modulo operator. Modulo operator. Some people might know this, some might not know this. If you've done math a little bit advanced, you must have heard about modulo. I heard about it in secondary school. But when I started using it in programming, it synced in better. That's why it's always good to learn how to practice programming. So let's just do an example on modulo. So let's do print. Now I'll be using just real figures now so you understand it. 10 modulo 2. Now the sign for modulo is the percentage sign. That's our sign for modulo. So let me add it here. Percentage sign. So if I should run this code right now, we get 0. So what really happens? Now modulo just gives you the remainder of a number. For example, in this situation we have 10 and 2. So what modulo does is 10 divided by 2. Whatever it gives you, that one doesn't concern it. But 10 divided by, sorry, yeah, it does concern it. 10 divided by 2 is 5, remainder 0. So what happens that the modulo gives you the remainder. So I can just tell you modulo is remainder. So let us use another figure. Let's say if we say 3, we'll actually get 1. If we say 3, we'll get 1 because 10 divided by 3 should give you 3. Hey God, I don't know maths again. 3 and remainder 1. Yeah, so we got 1 there. And where else again? Let's say 8. We should get remainder 2, I think. Yes. Oh God, I know maths. I know maths. Okay, so that's modulo for you. Where we normally use modulo is to check if a number can be divisible by another one. For example, if we always, like when we use 2 here, we always get a remainder of 0. If we use 5, we always get a remainder of 0. And what else? I think it's only 2 and 5 that can divide 10. So in a situation where we're looking for numbers that can divide another number, that's where we make it on modulo, because we always get 0 at it if it is divisible. If it is fully divisible, I think maths is coming back to my brain now. I've not touched maths since I graduated from secondary school, but that's not my concern at the moment. Yeah, so that's the modulo operator. So that's it for the arithmetic operators. I'll just comment this out. We also have comparison operators. Take note, if I leave this like this, it will have error, so I'll comment this. Why are you not commenting this thing? Okay, let's add the hash sign on front. Comparison operators. Now comparison, what comparison does is to compare two things. So we have equal to, we call it the equal to, it compares two figures and check whether they are the same. Let me just call it equality. I'll just say equality operator. It checks whether two things are equal, for example, and it gives you true or false. Don't forget that it gives you either a true or false. So if it checks whether two things are equal and they are actually equal, it will tell you true, and if they are not equal, to tell you false. So let's get to that. So let's say 10 equal to 2. We definitely know this one is not equal to, so let's see. We get what? False. Yes, so let's play around with this. Let's say 10 equal to 10. We will get true. So that's it for equality operator. Let's just play 50. 10 equal to 50 is never going to be true. So it's false. The two numbers must be equal to each other before it will tell you true. Same thing with strings. Let me comment this out. If we use strings, print apple equal to apple. So these are two words, the same words, but it's going to give us false. Why does it give us false? Remember, Python is case sensitive, so we use the capital A here and we use the small a. They might be the same word, but they are different capitalizations. So if we should change this to smaller a again, we should get back true this time. So you see, we actually got back a true this time. So always remember your capitalizations. That's it for strings. You could work with it in any data type of your choice. So that's the equality operator. Let's look at another one. Let's start with the not equal. No, let's not go to not equal to yet. Let's go to greater than operator. I'll just say greater than. So this is used to check if a number is bigger than the other one. Let's give an example. Let's just write a print statement. We're going to say print 3 greater than 2. Yes, 3 is always greater than 2. So what are we going to get back? We're going to get back true. Sorry, I always have that T factor in my voice. Let's see another one. Just copy this down here. Let's say 5 greater than 5. What do you think it will give us? Let me give it 3 seconds to answer. 3, 2, 1. If you say true, you are wrong. The answer is actually false, because let me comment out this one so it doesn't come up in the result. The answer is actually false. Why do we say the answer is false? 5 and 5 are equal to each other, not greater than the other one. So this is actually false. Sorry, this is compared to the one here. So this 5 is not greater than this other one, so it's actually false. So, but if we had 4 here, this would become true. Sorry, this will become, oh sorry, it's false. Sorry, not true. This has to be the bigger number before it works. So 8 is greater than 5. So another way I always make it easier for people to understand is that you should always look at these operators as asking a question. So in the case of this greater than, it's simply saying, or in this statement below here, this statement is simply asking a question: is 8 greater than 5? Simply asking a question, and whatever you get is your answer. So it gives you true. So yes, it's greater than 5. Same with this equality operator. It's simply telling us is, in this example here, simply telling us is, what's the name of this? Is 10 equal to 50? It's asking you a question. So over here the question is false. 10 is never equal to 50. So that's it for greater than. Let's look at another one. We have the less than operator. Less than, I can see maybe. So we're going to say is 1 less than 5. 1 is always less than 5, so it's going to give us true, and to only give us false when the opposite is the case. Yeah, so let me go to, okay, yeah, just one more again. So we also have greater than or equal to. Now this one is quite technical, so I will explain it a bit. So first of all, the sign is like this: greater than, equal to. So let's do this. Print 5 or 50 greater than or equal to 100. Now what this checks is that it checks if this thing you put in here, these two things, if the one at the left is greater than 100. Now the one at the left is greater than 100. Now you also remember it says greater than, or you also checks whether it's equal to. Now it's checking two things. It's checking two things, whether one is greater than or. Now in Python, when we say or, one must, anyone in Python, when we say or, let me explain something a bit, though we'll talk about this more in future. Or means that at least one must be true. One must be true to get back true. But in this situation where we say 50 greater than or equal to 100, 50 is not greater than 100, neither is 50 equal to 100. So we'll get back what? False. But look at this. If I say 50 equals greater than or equal to 50, now the question says, is 50 greater than 50? No, it is not greater than. Now the second question says, is 50 greater than, sorry, is 50 equal to 50? Yes. So we'll get a true in this case. You see, we go back a true in this case. So do you understand it? Let's look at more examples. We're going to say print 10 greater than or equal to 9. So what we're going to get here, are we going to actually get a true or a false? I'll give you 3 seconds to answer this question. 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So let's see what we get. My own is that I say that we'll get a true, which was exactly what we got here. We got true. Why? Because the first question it's asked is going to give you a true. Is 10 greater than 9? Yes, 10 is greater than 9. So the second question says, is 10 equal to 9? No. But since we already had something that is true, we are going to get back true. Hope you understand. I understood that. You get this more with practice. That's why I always encourage programmers, practice. To take a very, very long way. Yeah, so one of the other ones that we'll talk is less than or equal to, which the sign is just exactly the opposite of the other one. So it either checks whether it's less than or it is equal to, less than or equal to. So if we have this, we say print 3 less than or equal to. So the question says, is 3 less than 4? What's your answer? Yes. So we're going to get, this is going to give us true. So not true. Then the second question is 3 equal to, I'll just do EQ, equal to 4? What's the answer? The answer is false. But because it is an or let me just use lowercase, you see why in a bit. Because it's an or, 3 with, true and false, whenever we're using it in an or, it's going to give back true. So let's run this statement and see. Give us true. Permit me to cut out this comment out that old statement. Yeah, it gave us true. So what if we have 4 here? Now the question is 4 less than 4? No, 4 is not less than 4. It's going to give us a false. But is 4 equal to 4? Yes, 4 is equal to 4. So if we have one true, that's all we need to be able to get back true in this case, because yes, 4 is equal to 4. So we are going to get back true. Right? Okay, so that's it for less than. Let's see one more, the last one under arithmetic operators, which is not equal to. Is it under arithmetic operators? I've forgotten. Which sign goes as this. So let's do this. Print 20 not equal to 10. Now let's ask the question with our question module. Is 20 not equal to 10? Yes, 20 is not equal to 10. Is greater than 10. So the answer is actually true. We're going to run it now to confirm. So yeah, we got true. So in this situation, we got 2 because 20 is not equal to 10. But in the situation we put 10, is 10 not equal to 10? If we ask the question, at that point it becomes false because 10 is not equal to 10. Yeah, I mean 10 is not equal to 10. They are actually equal. Yeah, so whenever I using the not equal to, it's trying to check whether something is not equal to another thing. And if that something is not equal to that other thing, it's going to give you a 2. And opposite when it is false. So that is it for what's the name for arithmetic operators. Let's get to the last one. I think it is called logical operators. If any of you are waiting for me to are going to expect me to do bitwise, even myself I don't understand bitwise operators, but just for those advanced geeks who are expecting me to explain that one, this video is not for you. This video is strictly for beginners. I'm with you in this video. So let's look at those last one. I'll just call them logical operators. Now these logical operators compare two things together. They compare two things together. That's two conditions or two operands. In a situation like this, just look at this. Now I will say 2 greater than 4 and 4 greater than 4. Now, whenever you see an and checks the one by the left and checks the one by the right. If the one by the left gives us true and the one by the right gives us true, it's going to give us back a true. So let me explain it up here. And let's use a multi-line comment. You guys should know what that is. So I will just say and let's use a small name later on operator. In the AND operator, true and true is equal to true. False and true is equal to false. True and false is equal to what? False. So what does that tell you? The only moment, false and false is equal to what? False. Whenever you're using the AND operator, the only moment you get true is if both things that you put by the left and by the right, or in this case I can call them conditions, if both of them are true, then it will give back to you a true. So I hope I'm not speaking bad English. So let's run this. It actually gave us a false. Why? This first one is false. 2 is not greater than 4. It's false. 4 is not greater than 4. It's false. So it gives us a what? False. Let us see how we'll now get true. The only way we can get true is if both of them have greater values. So if both of them are true, is 5 greater than 4? Yes, it's greater than 4. That's true. Is 8 greater than 4? Yes, it is greater than 4. That's true. We do it, we get back a true. You hear me? Well, if any of them is false, we are going to get back a false. That's the way it is in and it's just, it has voila. I hope you got that one. Let's look at OR. So I'm just going to write down the key for interpreting OR. So for OR, we just need at least one to be true. OR operator. So true and true will give us a true. False and true will give us false. Sorry. We just need one to be true, so we get a true. True and false will give us a true, because we just need one to be true. Sorry, not and. True or false. People saw me that mistake and making me that mistake, I not talk. Or so false or false. We are going to definitely get what? False, because none of them are true. So let's see that in practice. We're going to say print. Let's just do an example. Sorry, not A. We're going to just say 3 greater than 3 and 5 equal to 5. So these are different conditions now. I mean, we have 2 layers. So is 3 greater than 3? No, 3 is not greater than 3. Sorry, not and. People are saying making that mistake again. You will not talk. It's or 5 equal to 5. Is 5 equal to 5? Yes. So we just need at least one true to be able to know that or will give us a true. You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. Just kidding. So let's play with this a bit again. So what happens if we get false? If both are false, as you can see it, if this is false and this is false, like we have here, 3 is not greater than 3, neither is 3. I mean, this condition here will also give us false. So we run this and we get back a false. So let's see what happens when both of them are true. I'll just make the condition give you both people true. So is 3 greater than or equal to greater than 2? Yes, 3 is greater than 2. Is 5 not equal to 50? Yes, 5 is not equal to 50. So we get true and true, which gives us a what? True. So we run it and we get it true. Oh God, my T factor. Sorry if you're hearing true. I know people will hear it, but that's just the way I talk. So that's just the operators that we have in everywhere. Now, where this will be important is when we're making if statements, which is what we are doing right now. If statements, we are going to actually do a little example of if statements. What happens is that if statement takes either a logical or comparison operator, mostly comparison most of the times, and then runs it according to it. I mean, runs it based on it. So in the last video I gave an example of a traffic light, which I'll be bringing here. Let's talk about if statements. When we talk about if statements, the way an if statement is written is this. Let me give you a comment. We have if, and then we have a condition. Then we have a colon. Don't forget your colon. Most of my students forget this. So when you press enter, if you notice, Python automatically adds a space. Now, this space is actually a block of code. Now, this block of code is only going to run if this condition is correct, if the condition is true. If it is not true, it will skip it and continue whatever is next. So let's see an example. We're going to say if, sorry, let me comment this other print statement up here. We're going to say if, let's just create a value. Let's say traffic light. I don't know why I like that traffic light. Remember when I was teaching somebody that this if statement and it was like, don't use traffic lights for me, and I was like, what do you want me to do? So I still look for another example, but let's just take this traffic light. So we're going to say if traffic underscore lights is equal to red. Now let me give it wrong. Is equal to green. So now it will be false. We're going to do inside this block of code, we're going to just write print go baby. So let's actually see what we're going to get here. Now when I run this, so when I run this, it doesn't give me any results. Sorry if you're looking at this long code, don't mind it. It's Visual Studio Code that is putting it there. If you're using whatever thing you're using, you won't need to write all this long thing. This one's is just because of VS Code. Now we didn't get anything. Why? He checked out traffic lights. Traffic light is red and red is not equal to green, so it doesn't run this. For more information, please see the if statement video I pushed out the other day. So the only way that this go baby will run is if the traffic light becomes green, and then it's going to tell us go baby. So that's it for this example of if statement. For more videos on if statement, go into my if statement video. You'll see there. I've already done a lot on it. So we are just going to do a little practical in the next video, because I know some of you might have not watched my if statement video. So please go there, watch the video, and look for the next video and continue. We are going to actually do what I call a bouncer app. So that's it for this video. We've covered a lot. We talked about from the first point, talk about operators. We had the assignment operators, the arithmetic operators, where we talk about plus, minus, equal to, division, modulo, and those are the one. They are not much, just think of it as basic arithmetic. Then we also talk about comparison, which was the equality operator, which checks the equal to, double equal to, not single equal to. Then we also had greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, and then we also had a not equal to. Then we talked about logical operators, and look at me, I forgot about one. I forgot about one important one. The last important one that we have is the not operator. Sorry for missing it. Where is the not operator? For those who are hanging up to the video, it's good for you. Please just look at the video. It's the not operator. The not operator, let me write how it works. So the not operator, it only takes one condition. Now, if that condition is true, the not operator converts it to false, negates it to be specific, and if it is false, it converts it to true. That's it. So if I should write print not, sorry, small letters, not true, I'm just going to pass in a boolean straight there. Let me comment out this line of code. Comment it out. So we're going to say print not true. So is, now this one is very, very difficult to answer with questions, but you're going to get false. You get it. And if you put false, you are going to get back a true. So you see, if you don't get it, forget about it. Sorry, just kidding. Let's do one more example. So we're going to look at a condition that will specifically give us false, and that condition is not 3 equal to 10. 3 can never be 10. But what do you see here? I'm going to run it and it's going to give it true. That's the not for you. Let's look at another one. We're going to say 10 greater than 30. 10 is not greater than 30. So we're going to give us what? Yes, 10 is not greater than 30. So we're going to, this condition is false, so it gives us true. Yes, this condition is false, so we actually get back a true. And if this condition is true, and we have something like 1, if this condition is true, it will give us false. Yes. So sorry for my mistake, sorry for missing it out. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Kindly like and subscribe if you've learned a lot. Only if you've learned to, I don't want people who are just there to subscribe, but if you really learned and you want me to make more videos like this, please like and subscribe, guys. Okay, now remember we're going to do the bouncer app. It's just like a practical of if statements. It's just a bouncer app. Okay, see you later. Thank you very much. Why is this mouse misbehaving? Bye bye.